Look around. Gaming isn't a weird spot. We're getting $100 million masterpieces that play like mobile games and $15 indie projects that change our lives. Everyone has an opinion, but most people are too scared to say which games are actually slop. Today, we aren't just ranking games, we're ranking the experience. We got 7 tiers, from the refund pile all the way to the eternal legends. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and prepare to be offended. This is the ultimate breakdown of the 7 tiers of gaming. Tier 1, Bronze. We start at the bottom. The basement. The games that make you want to call your bank and report a fraudulent transaction. Gollum imagined being given the keys to Middle-earth, and the best idea you have is a stealth platformer starring a character who looks like a wet raisin. The gameplay consists of follow the NPC and don't step in the light. The jumping mechanics are so floaty, it feels like Gollum is made of helium. The most famous part of this game isn't the story. It's the formal apology the developers had to tweet out because the game was so broken at launch. It's a 110 that makes you feel bad for your GPU.
We must find help. He mustn't be here.
The day before, this wasn't just a launch, it was a crime scene. We spent 2 years watching gameplay trailers that looked like The Division on steroids. Then the game drops, and it's a buggy extraction shooter where you can't even jump over a curb. The studio, fantastic, literally deleted their YouTube channel and closed their doors 4 days later. They didn't just fail, they pulled the greatest vanishing act in tech history. If you bought this, you didn't buy a game, you bought a front row seat to a massive corporate lie. The Walking Dead. Destinies they promised we could rewrite history. What if Shane lived? They asked. Well, what if the game didn't look like a mobile app from 2011? The cutscenes are literally just static 3D models staring into your soul with dead eyes. The combat feels like hitting a bag of flour with a wet noodle. It's a legendary IP that was treated like a budget project found in the bargain bin of a gas station.
Everything's changed, and for everyone to have a real life.
This level of games comes about as a result of hype culture. Studios are spending more money on marketing, especially trailers, than programmers. This level of games results from the lack of effort by programmers, even before completing their first level. Tier 2, the SLOP tier. These games aren't broken, they just have no soul. They're designed by a committee of guys in suits who have never touched a controller in their lives.
Now your friends.
Skull and Bones. Ubisoft spent 10 years in development hell and somehow managed to strip away everything that made Black Flag fun. You want to board a ship and fight the captain? Too bad, here's a cutscene. You want to walk around a bustling pirate port? Nope, you're stuck to your boat like it's a wheelchair. It's a live service nightmare designed to make you grind for pieces of 8 until your eyes bleed. It's the most corporate pirate game ever made. Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League. This is the game that broke my heart. Rocksteady spent a decade making the greatest superhero trilogy of all time with Arkham, and they followed it up by making a looter shooter with battle passes. Why is King Shark, a literal demigod, using a machine gun? Why is Boomerang using a sniper rifle? It's a repetitive loop of flying to a rooftop, shooting a purple crystal, and flying away. It's a masterpiece of wasted potential.
You think you're a team now?
You think you can stop us?
Thought you'd never ask.
Forspoken the parkour is actually the one redeeming quality here. Zipping across the map feels okay. But then, Fry opens her mouth. The dialogue feels like it was written by an AI that only watched Marvel movies from 2012. I just moved shit with my mind, is a line that will live in cringe infamy forever. The world, Athea, is just a giant, empty landscape filled with points of interest that aren't actually interesting. It's a $70 game that feels like a tech demo for a dialogue system nobody wanted. SLOP occurs when engagement metrics have priority over fun. These games demand your attention for 100 hours, but provide no motivation at all except during the first 5 hours.
How do I stop this?
You have to kill us, Diana.
Tier 3, the comfort tier. Host, Level 3, the Comfort Tier. This is the mid zone. These are the games we play while listening to a podcast. They aren't trying to be art. They're just trying to be a habit.
It's so vast.
Starfield, the loading screen simulator. They promised us 1,000 planets, but then failed to give us any motivation to explore 990 of them. You touch down on the surface of a moon, walk 5 minutes of nothingness, go into a compound that is an exact copy of the previous one, only to go through 3 loading screens before getting back to your ship. It's a nice RPG, except it's trapped in 2011. It's safe. It's fine. In the world of Baldur's Gate 3, fine simply doesn't cut it.
Great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Modern Warfare 3. The new MW3 campaign was basically the same old Warzone maps, filled with bots. It was a 3-hour game that seemed insulting to those who shelled out $70 for it. This game would have been slotted into SLOP tier if not for the gameplay that remains unsurpassed in the industry. The click-clack of reloading and the distinctive sound that goes off when you score a hit is like digital nicotine. It's like comfort food, the unhealthy kind.
This is devastation on a global scale.
FIFA FC 25. Every year the grass looks slightly greener and the jerseys look slightly tighter. It's a gambling machine with a soccer skin. But we play it because our friends play it. It's the ultimate comfort slop. These games are built on reliability. They don't take risks because they don't have to. As long as the servers stay up, the money keeps rolling in.
Not that the field of stars.
Tier 4, the addiction tier. Now we're getting into the good stuff. These games aren't just played, they are lived.
But we shall all be for
Roblox. This is considered to be a game for kids. But people are creating entire horror movies and even RPGs here. It is a place without any laws whatsoever where more people play daily than there are citizens in most nations. Apex Legends. The movement in this game ruined other shooters for me. If I can't slide jump into a wall bounce, I don't want it. It's high stakes, high skill, and incredibly addictive.
Pressure.
Fortnite. Love it or loathe it, you've got to give it credit for being a stroke of brilliance. It's a social experiment. It's a shopping center. It's a music concert. The idea that I can watch Peter Griffin battle Batman while listening to Travis Scott is ludicrous. This tier is about the loop. The game doesn't need a story because you are the story. Every match is different, and the just one more game feeling is real.
Death is inevitable.
Tier 5, the respect tier. Level 5. This is the gamer's tier. You don't have to like these games, but if you say they're bad, you're just objectively wrong. League of Legends. I've seen what this game does to people. It turns best friends into mortal enemies. But the complexity, the strategy, it's basically digital chess with 160 different pieces. It's a masterpiece of competitive design. GTA 5. It's been out for 3 console generations, and it's still the gold standard for open-world chaos. The satire is biting. It mocks everything from social media to American politics, and it does it with a script that's funnier than most HBO comedies. But the real magic is in the longevity. GTA Online became a digital playground where you can be a CEO, a drug runner, or a stunt driver. It's a juggernaut that redefined what post-launch support looks like. Dark Souls. This game isn't here to make you feel stupid. It's trying to get your attention. Every death in this game is something to learn from. You didn't die due to the game being unfair, but rather because you were selfish enough to think about hitting the boss just one more time. The layout of this game is literally a work of art, where you recognize that the elevator you have gotten on will take you back to the beginning, where the very first bonfire lies. This tier is about mastery. These games demand your full attention. They don't hold your hand, and that's why we respect them. Tier 6, the Pioneer tier. We're entering the Hall of Fame. These games didn't just follow the rules, they wrote them. BioShock, a man chooses, a slave obeys. This game messed with my head. The world of Rapture is the most atmospheric setting ever put in a game. It's a philosophical debate wrapped in a first-person shooter.
Your humanity. We all make
The Last of Us Part 1. I've played this game 4 times, and I still cry at the intro. It's the gold standard for storytelling. It proved that a game could make you feel as much as, or more than, a $200 million movie.
Getting you killed.
Hollow Knight. This is the best $15 I've ever spent. The atmosphere of Hallownest is so thick you can taste it. It's a love letter to exploration and discovery. It was made by a tiny team. It puts trillion-dollar companies to shame. This tier is about vision. These games weren't made to fill a quarterly report. They were made because the creators had something to say.
I chose to build.
Tier 7, the Eternal tier. The GOATs, the legends, the games that will outlive us all.
But trust me.
Minecraft. It is the computer version of Legos with infinitely many bricks. Whole copies of Earth at 1:1 scale have been made on this game. Working computers have been built here. Even whole RPGs have been constructed. It isn't the type of game where the instructions tell you what to build. Rather, it asks you, what can you make? This game tops the sales chart because it gives you endless possibilities to be creative. Red Dead Redemption 2. This isn't a game, it's a technical marvel. Every single detail is polished to a mirror finish. If you shoot a shopkeeper, he'll have a bandage on his head the next time you visit. If you leave a body in the woods, it actually decomposes over time. But the heart of the game is Arthur Morgan. Watching his journey from a cold-hearted outlaw to a man seeking redemption is the most emotional experience I've ever had with a controller. It's a slow-burn tragedy that demands your time and gives you a masterpiece in return.
My best friend. You know how we met? Pair of hucksters trying to rob each other.
Elden Ring. From Software has completely obliterated the checklist open-world formula. The game doesn't have any indicators on your map to show where you're supposed to be going next. All you have to do is turn your gaze towards the horizon and point yourself towards a gigantic glowing tree or a dilapidated castle and decide that you need to go there. But whenever you go there, you discover something amazing. A 40-foot dragon, an entire underground city, or a boss who will kill you 50 times before you can even lay a finger on him. That's my list. 15 minutes of truth. If you disagree, I'll see you in the comments. Hit that subscribe button if you're a like tier 7. Peace.
Torture me over mistakes I